Hello viewers, welcome back to the Moose Mobile Auto Repair channel, and today this is going to be part 2 for this 2015 Toyota Sienna van for the replacement of the 12-volt power outlet sockets. In my previous video, I did the diagnostics, and it turned out that all 3 sockets were burnt out because the customer, they overloaded the circuit with power hungry devices, and so it over time it wore down the socket, and eventually burnt out. So we are replacing these today. I did do previous footages in which I did some testing. I did some testing on the bench. I was just comparing the new and the old parts, and testing with a multimeter. So I'm going to show that, and then after I'm going to be showing the video for the replacement. So I purchased a new socket from the Toyota dealership. This is the part number for the socket. I believe they are universal on most Toyota vehicles. These are very expensive, by the way. I think it cost me like roughly around like $90 to $100 each. So I just have the 2 for now. I'm still waiting for the 3rd one to show up, because there are a total of 3 of these sockets, the power outlet. So I opened the new one, and I removed the old one from the rear of the vehicle to test as a reference. And so the first thing I noticed with the old and the new one during a visual inspection is that this one is loose. So this one is very loose, and the new one is nice and tight. So in order to remove the plastic housing, this was inside, just like this. So it clips into the 2 clips on the outside here. These 2 clips, so you can use like a thin screwdriver to poke it through, and where the holes are, there's the 2 holes on each end. So you need to use a thin flathead screwdriver to get inside and to poke them both out, and you should be able to get this out. Alternatively, you can use a pen or something. You can use a pen to poke it through, so you're able to get it out. So anyhow, the one thing that I noticed about this is that earlier in my video I didn't do the testing properly in terms of the resistance checks. I didn't check for resistance properly. So on these sockets, one of them is power and one of them is ground. So when I test for resistance in the ohm scale, I go here in the center. I put one lead on the center and one on this end here, and one on the small spade connector. There's nothing. There's no reading here. But on the other end, I'm getting a reading on the one side here. I'm getting 0.5 ohms on this side. It's jumping around a tiny bit, but that's okay. 0.2 ohms. But when I check on this side, there's no reading. It's open. This is the old part. So for the new part, I'll do the same thing. I'm getting 0.4, 0.3 ohms, 0.5. It jumps around here and there. On the other side, I'm also receiving a reading. You need to make sure that you are connecting the leads properly. So on the back end, I'm getting a reading. And on the front, I'm also getting a reading. So compare again to the old part. I'm not getting a reading on this side here. It says open, but this side I'm getting a reading. So there's some issue going on here. Now I forget which one is power and which one is ground, but it doesn't really matter at this point because I already did my testing earlier, and in my previous video in which you saw the test light up, so I already know the circuit is fine. This is it's the socket itself that's bad, regardless of what I'm doing here, because I already know that's the issue. Now it won't work if you test for resistance on both ends, because they are not directly connected to each other, so it's not a good test to do, because that's the same. It will just do the same thing on the new part. So anyhow, one other check you can do the continuity test, and it will beep at you, and to tell you that there's continuity. Somebody they left a comment in the video. I don't often use a continuity tester because I know on what I'm looking for in terms of the numbers, so I don't use it much, but it's not a bad idea. So we can do the same for the continuity tester, and it'll just beep if it's good. So this is the old part, the defective part. It only beeps at the bottom of the spade connector. On top, it's open, so it doesn't beep. Only when I shake it, because this part I think is loose or broken, so it's not being connected. When I push it in, and then it works. So it's not always beeping. And this one it beeps on both ends for continuity. And there are other tests that you can do. I believe this may be the same thing as putting this lead here, because this is connected to the same pins or material. So we'll just put this here and here. It's not beeping. It intermittently beeps. And then we do the same for the new one. It's beeping on both ends. You can also check resistance as well. 0.3 ohms. 0.3 ohms. And for the old one, it's reading 0.2. 0.2. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. saying open. Sometimes the numbers, they jump around all the time. So those are the tests that you can do. I'm pretty sure that there are other tests, but right now all of this testing, I'm just doing it for reference purposes, to make sure. But everything after that is just going to be redundant for me to do any further testing. I already know that the socket is bad, but this is just for a reference, just to check it, and that's it. So I think that's everything. I don't know if I missed anything, but the whole purpose of the previous video and this video is just to come down to a quick and easy diagnostic without going too deep in checking everything. But this is relatively a simple circuit. There's not too much involved in this circuit, so there isn't anything else to check after that. And so that's how I came down to the conclusion that the sockets itself are bad. So right now I'm just going to install the new one, the new socket. So I believe it goes through here. You need to line up the tabs, the plastic piece over here, to line them up. Then you should be able to push this in, and it snaps into place smoothly. You should not be able to have to force it or anything. So this is all good now. So it's locked into place. It's locked into place, you can see. And so again, if you want to remove it, you just need to push the two tabs out, and you will be able to remove the protective piece. So now, earlier I replaced the socket into the plastic housing. So all I have to do now is to plug it in. So we are going to take off the plastic trim. So for the socket, this has to line up. There's a notch here that lines into here, and so it's seated into place. I'm going to install this, and then we are going to test it out, make sure that it's working. This is supposed to lock into place, but for some reason it's not locking into place. It should go in like this. I think the plastic is worn out and not allowing it to sit into place. So we're going to plug something in, and it's working now. You can see the socket is lighting up on this, but somehow I'm trying to get this to sit in properly. So I will have to fix that. And so this one is working now. So you can see the light, so it's working. So I'll see on how and if I'm able to fix this, because it comes out loose. I think the plastic or something inside here is worn out. So what we are going to do now is to replace the one here first, and then afterwards we are going to do the one that's at the bottom. So we need to grab like a trim tool of some sort to pry on it so we can get the plastic trim off. Get that out of the way. And then there are 3 screws here, here, and here. They are an 8mm, or you can use a Phillips screwdriver to get them out. So we're going to remove the 8mm screws. I'm just using a 1/4 inch ratchet and extension along with the socket. Remove the 3 screws out of the way. You should be able to pull this out. Should be able to pull this out now. This whole piece just comes out. We can you'll probably need to disconnect everything from here. Disconnect all of the connectors. Accidentally I pushed this out for the heated seats. So now we need to individually to remove this out of the way to get the socket out. So we probably have to use a thin flathead screwdriver to get this out. So on this, it's the same as the other one. You need to push on the tabs. You need to push it out in order to get it out on both ends. And I'm putting outwards pressure from behind so I can get this out. Place outwards pressure from behind to get that socket out, and you should be able to just slide it out then. The replacement part number, once again, for the socket. This one is loose, and this one, the brand new one, is tight. So just reinstall it. This will need to be lined up somehow. So the two openings on both ends, side to side. You should hear that click or snap into place. Making sure that it's not loose inside the housing. We should be all good to go for the install. Uh, I I did notice that the cover is missing on this. So anyhow, we are going to install this back now. Install all of the connections, and then we are going to test it to make sure it works. Then we are going to do the bottom one next. Slide this back in. And those red clips should clip into place. Make sure everything is firmly in place. And we are going to test it now. I'm just using this as a test example, just to make sure it's working and getting power.
Starting video recording. GPS
And it is, it's working. You can see the light in there. That's working. So it's working. And so we're going to reinstall everything back. I'm trying to see if on what's needed to remove the bottom panel and stuff like that. So we are going to leave this out for now, and we are going to start working on the bottom one. So now we want to start with the bottom one. So we remove the clip. We'll need to remove the floor mat because it's kind of in the way. To remove this piece here. It's in the back. And I think there was a clip there, but it's missing for some reason. So now with the push back on this, so I'm just trying to see if I was able to cheat to sneak in behind there, but it's gonna be difficult. So we need to go to the other side now. I'm gonna remove this clip out of the way. I believe there's a clip behind here. get this out. You need to push back on this in the panel. Just trying to pull back on here without damaging anything, so I can just get that socket out, and that's it. Don't really need to do. You don't need to remove it completely. You just need to get behind there. You don't need to remove everything completely, and then we'll push back on the two plastic clips on the inside, and then we should be able to slide it out. Push back on the clips on the inside. Two clips. You should be able to slide it out just like so. So now install the new one. This one, the clips are at the bottom. They are not side to side. So you want to make sure you install it the same way. So the clips are at the bottom for this. So slide it in. Should be able to slide it in. Yeah. There is I believe there is like a notch or something. There's a line here, a ridge mark in which it needs to line up. So that's the direction that it goes in. So make sure you line up the notch. There's a notch on the outside there to let you know. So that's where it lines up and sits in. So now we're just going to plug the outlet in. Just trying to see where the connector has gone to. We're just going to plug it back in. So plug it back in, and then you should be all good to go. So just make sure it works before you put everything all back together, and that's it. Yeah, so it looks like maybe the previous owner or something, they spilled coffee or something, and probably that took the socket out in the bottom. I'm not sure. Once you're done, just reinstall everything back, and that should be it. You should line everything back up. Install and slide back the plastic covers. And the trim clips. And the same for the other side as well. And then later we are going to clean everything up. Reinstall everything and make sure that this piece it goes inside the opening and slide back the panel. Install the plastic clips. For some reason there was a clip that was missing here. I'm probably going to install one of my own plastic clips. Some spare clips, different style clips, just to put something in place. It's not 100% lined up, but that's all I can do now, because the plastics have been removed from time to time and they're bent, so really not too much I can do there. So that's it for that. Just need to reinstall this, and then that's it. Reinstall the driver's floor mat. So once you're done with the trim panel, you can reinstall the 3 screws. These screws, they don't need to be on extremely tight, just to put them on snug, and then you're okay. And then that's that. And then just reinstall the trim piece. And you should be all good to go now. Yeah, this cup holder, some issue with it, because I think it needs to be cleaned, but it's all good. So just verify everything is working as I did earlier, and then you should be all good to go. Yeah, yeah, it's on.
No, it's not on.
Yeah. Okay, you go ahead. Is it working? Charging?
Yep.
The power hungry device over here is now charging, so we have ourselves a fix. So that's going to be it for this video for replacing the 12-volt socket outlet on this 2015 Toyota Sienna van. So now the power hungry devices are back to work and now working, so all is good. It's a fix. That's it for today. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please don't forget to give it a like, and please consider subscribing to my channel if you're not already a subscriber, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day and take care.